Hello everybody, Mobius1 here, bringing you a special SWGEmu announcement, and no, this one is not an April Fool's joke. Apparently last night, right around the time that I took my stream offline and went to bed, the SWGEmu devs posted this event announcement on the forums. So I'm just gonna read it straight through. So, TC Prime Publish 10 Stress Test Event. Win Saturday, April 13th, 2019 at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, and you can see the rest of your time zones there. Where TC Prime server, exact location announced via in-game system message. Come join the SWGEmu staff for a stress test of Publish 10 on our TC Prime server. Help us attempt to push the Publish 10 code to its limits while having a fun time in-game with your fellow community members. During this time, the Basilisk server as well as TC Nova will be unavailable in order to get full community participation in testing of the Publish 10 code. Please note, TC Prime is the exact copy of Basilisk, so all your Basilisk characters with all their gear will be waiting for you on TC Prime. Also, there is no need to worry about your Basilisk characters. They will be waiting for you just how you left them before the stress test, and nothing that happens on TC Prime will have any effect on them. Waypoints will be released in-game through system messages. Players will need to group with one another and work to take down anything that stands in their way. Once each area has been cleared of all hostiles, another waypoint shall be released. After all areas are cleared, players are invited to join every dev in Theed, Naboo for an SWGEmu staff meet and greet, as well as a party. The more players that are able to attend, the harder we'll be able to push the server. We hope to see everyone there. Standard event buffs of 1900 health action and 1000 mind will be provided by buff terminals. Of course, you are free to bring your doctors and buff yourselves or your friends if you choose to do so. There will be cloning facilities with buff terminals in them located near each of the waypoints in case players are killed during the battles. Any Jedi that are in progress and needing to complete their Jedi Knight trials may find the missing trials they seek during particular stages of the event. Once again, during the stress test, Basilisk and TC Nova will be offline. We have a special message here from Lord Cater. Please note that Basilisk and Nova will be offline as the post says. My hope is to do some maintenance on Basilisk while the event is up. I plan to take Basilisk down about 3 hours before the event and will have it down for maintenance through the next morning around 9 a.m. Eastern Time. I will clone Basilisk to TC Prime the morning of Saturday, April 13th, so most of your characters and houses and everything will be up to date. I'll make sure we have blue frogs on TC Prime before the event so people who want to just go nuts on TC Prime can do so without a lot of effort. Alright, so there's a lot to unpack here. Let's kind of break it down. First of all, when is the event? It's a week from today, which is typically shorter notice than most SWGEmu events. They usually give us like 2 or 3 weeks in notice, but just because of the nature of the event, it's a stress test. It's not like being thrown together by the event coordinating staff. It's being thrown together by the devs because Publish 10 is basically ready, I guess, is what I'm getting out of this. And they need to stress test it. And if everything goes well, we might be getting Publish 10 announcement shortly after. So that's good news. Unfortunately, this event happens to fall on the same weekend as Star Wars Celebration. Now, that doesn't affect me personally because I'm not going, but I imagine quite a few people might actually be going to Star Wars Celebration and therefore will not be able to attend this event, which is unfortunate because it's a stress test. The goal is to get as many people as possible. But, I mean, the way the dev schedules work, everybody's a volunteer. They kind of have to do things when they can. So I don't blame them for having it on the same weekend as Star Wars Celebration. They might not even have known that. They just kind of, if that's when everybody's schedules work out so that that's the weekend they can do it, then that's when it has to happen. So the event is going to be on TC Prime, which is a server that, as the post says, is an exact copy of Basilisk. I don't know how often the code is copied, but pretty much every time you do something on Basilisk, it's going to also happen on TC Prime. So all the characters that you have on Basilisk, all the items and skills and everything that you have on Basilisk is going to be on TC Prime. Also, however, as the note says, Lord Cater is going to try to put blue frogs on Prime. So if you're not familiar with the blue frog, they're a terminal that you can use and just give yourself like any skill in the game, different items and weapons and stuff, armor and whatever, just instantly. So we've had a couple of events like this in the past. I think this is an interesting combination of a PvE event and stress test. The sounds, it reminds me a lot of like the Dark Cult of Massassi event that we had a couple years ago. I don't think we're going to get that big of a turnout, just because I don't think the server population is quite as high as it was back then, but I am actually kind of excited for it just to see how many people show up. And this says after all areas are cleared, players, they're going to be a staff meet and greet, which I'm kind of excited for because I'm curious to see who shows up and see how long they stick around and if they answer questions. So I'm kind of looking forward to that equally as much as the event. And I guess it's important to stress, because they've put it 3 times in the message, that Basilisk and Nova will be offline and will not come back until 9 a.m. Eastern Time Sunday morning. So, yeah, it's smart for them to try to funnel people onto Prime so that they can stress test it. That way you don't have people playing on Basilisk when they could be helping stress test on Prime. So, good move. Do the maintenance that they want. I don't think the maintenance is going to be, you know, merging the published 10 code. I think that's a little optimistic to think that. But, yeah, funnel everybody onto Prime. Hopefully we all go to the event at the right place, because it sounds like we're going to be moving from one location to another after we clear the area of NPCs. So, yeah, I should be on for it. It's 2 p.m. Eastern Time. Yeah, I don't see... I'm pretty sure I should be here for this. So, kind of exciting. That's really all there is to say in this video. It's just an announcement video. A week from today, we're going to be having an event on Prime. Published 10's getting closer, which means JTL's getting closer. This project's almost done, guys. I mean, it's kind of exciting. I know there's still a lot to do. I say a lot loosely. There's really not that much to do, but for the devs, it might feel like a lot. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. So yeah, that's it for now. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment down below. I put the link to the official event announcement in the video description, so if you want to go to the forums and check it out yourself, you can do that. And assuming everything goes well, maybe I'll see some of you at the event next week. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Mobius1 here, and I'll see you next time.